I'm going to cover the technique for pitching. Pitching is a bigger swing as compared to a chip. I'm also a little further from the ball and a little wider. So whereas I'm here for a chip, I back up a little for a pitch and get a little wider. A neutral ball position will be right in the middle. When I swing with a pitch, I'm now incorporating some wrist and some rotation. This involves your whole body. Your rotation is the engine of the swing, whereas in chipping it's your shoulders. The engine is now rotation. You must turn back and turn through, face the target. You even have leg work, hip turn, footwork. It's like a full swing, but on a much smaller scale. All the elements you would do in a traditional full swing, you're doing here, just smaller. So notice I turn big, but a very small arm swing as compared to a full swing. But the arm swing is obviously bigger than a chip. Notice I'm hitting the ground. Hitting the ground is again very critical. No ground in chipping and pitching leads to sculled or bladed shots that just roll across the green. Hitting the ground raises the contact higher in the face, so hitting the ground in all these shots around the green is very critical. I'll try with the ball now, and you'll see ground contact, which makes the ball go up in the air. In pitching, the main variables to change how far the ball flies would be club selection and swing length. Club selection, I'm really only using two clubs, my lob wedge and my sand wedge. I might use gap wedge in occasional circumstances if I need more roll, but generally in a pitch you want less roll. So I go to more lofty clubs, lob wedge and sand wedge. And then in terms of the swing length, it needs to get at least here where the club is parallel to the ground and can go all the way up to here where the club is perpendicular to the ground. That window is pitching, and similar to chipping, I have three primary swing lengths. I have my small, my medium, and my big. So those shots for me, with a sand wedge, will fly about 20, 40, 60 yards in the air. So again, lob wedge or sand wedge in terms of club selection, lofted clubs, and then three different swing sizes to choose from. I'll demonstrate those three swing sizes now. Starting with the small. Just above my waist, 20-yard shot on carry distance. Now the medium swing, it will get up a little bigger, fly around 40 yards. And now to the biggest pitch, it'll get up to vertical, perpendicular to the ground, and this one for me flies about 60 yards. Those are my three swing sizes in pitching that produce about 20 yards difference in carry. In pitching, you can make the ball do various things depending on how you use your wrist through the swing. If you were to do this with your wrists in transition, that increases the loft, and then if you were to then continue to use your hands through the hit, you're adding loft again, so it's going to be a high soft shot. This is the technique you would use when you want a higher, softer shot. Swing the club head first and swing it through. When you want more of a low pitch, you would move the handle first in transition, like this. It kind of looks like you're downloading the club, so grip first, and then if you hold off that angle, it's going to come off lower. So grip first in transition, held off for low shots. Head first in transition, swing it through for high shots. And then you have your neutral pitch where you're moving the head and the grip together. Looks something like this. That's the technique you want to use most of the time. Most of the time neutral is fine. But when you have those situations where you need higher, softer, or you need something lower, more releasing, you would go to those other wrist patterns. I'll demonstrate one with each. First, your neutral pitch. That's moving the head and grip together. Now I'll demonstrate swinging the head first and swinging it through. So that shot went higher, softer. And now I'll demonstrate one where I download the club, so move the grip first and hold it off. Lower, faster shot. three very different results because three different risk patterns. When it comes to planning a pitch shot, I also will get the total distance of the shot and the distance to my landing spot. In chipping, it's more about rolling it to the target. In pitching, it's more about flying it to the target. So I've figured out the distance, the flag up there, the red flag. It is a 25-yard shot. So over a 25-yard shot, I'm factoring in about 5 yards of roll. I have my sand wedge club, my 56. I'm going to do my small pitch, which, if you remember, for me, will fly 20 yards. So I'll hit that shot, fly it 20, roll the last 5 to the target. I'll demonstrate that shot now. So my distance was perfect on that shot because I had a good plan. I knew my club selection, I knew my swing length, my landing spot, and then the room for roll to the flag with total distance. That's how you take a technique that you've learned with a good plan and hit the ball close to the hole.